Hi, kindergarten and first grade artists. This week you are in for a treat. We are doing bubble painting or printing. And so what you're gonna need is all listed below. I even took a picture. You will need a straw, so remember the straw will not be for drinking. You will be using it to blow bubbles out of the bowl, and then you'll be able to make a really cool bubble art thing. It's really hard to see. Well, there we go. You can see it a little bit better. You may get to see some of my other pieces that I tried to do. This is gonna be something that you don't exactly know what you're gonna get. So be patient and have fun, okay? Once you've made a couple of pieces of paper, I cut my papers in half eventually, but I think if I were to do it again, I would start with half sheets and kind of lay it down. A thicker cardstock's gonna work better, but if you just have printer paper, give it a go. Very important to remember to use food coloring. You don't wanna use paint because paint is not gonna get the job done. So food coloring. If you find that your bubbles are not bright or vibrant, add more food coloring. But once you start blowing those bubbles and start laying those papers on top, then I want you, when you're done and they're all dry, look at it, see what it looks like. Mine kind of reminded me of hydrangeas, even though I did use the green, but there can be green and white ones. So, all right, have fun. Even if you don't add anything to yours, I wanna see them. I can't wait. Get outside, because that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I think the best place to do this activity is outdoors. So I think the weather this week is gonna be pretty favorable. All right, so you're gonna need, you saw what all the supplies, straw, water, a large open mouth bowl, some food coloring, and some dish soap. Okay, so you're gonna start by putting about a tablespoon. You can add a little bit. Ooh, did you see those fun bubbles? Okay, a little bit in there. I think that's about a tablespoon. Okay, so some people say you can use paint with this. I'm gonna be honest, food coloring is probably the best bet. It's darker, and so, ooh, I'm getting a little low on my food coloring, but you wanna use about 10 to 12 drops, and you can always add more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm getting low on that one, so. All right, and then of course, ooh, I like how the little bubble action is happening. Again, I want to remind you that this activity we do probably need to do it with mom or dad. Add a little bit of water in there. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I got a lot of soap in there. And then I'm just gonna use a straw. I have a little straw here, but you can use a bigger straw like you get from the drive-through. I have a bunch of these in my classroom, so I happen to grab them. Ooh, kind of looks like grape juice. Okay, so let me remind you, do not drink from the straw. You're going to want to blow from the top to create the bubbles, okay? And we're gonna be doing what's called a blotting method. So, let me go use my other paper. So you can kind of see, you'll lay it on and lift it up. Now, you could do where you scoop the bubbles off. You can do that too. I think that's a little more messy, so I'm just gonna stick with the blotting technique. Okay, I think this looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and start blowing. We're gonna want the bubbles to get kind of big, and then we'll lay our paper on top, okay? All right, here goes. All right, and then just lay it on top and lift. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay, so mine's a little light, so sometimes as artists we have to go back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little more food coloring. Like I said, mine's getting a little low. A little bit more if I can. I may get some of that out of there. Okay, well, I may not get what I'd like. All right, let me stir it up, see why we're staying outside. Okay, I'm gonna stir this up again. Ooh, you can already see that. Isn't that looking good? Okay, so let me do another one. I don't know if it'll make it much darker, but Nice and big mouth, and then blot. Ooh, I like it. Look at that. They almost look like hydrangeas. Okay, start up again. Blowing. Right, I'm gonna go over top of it again. Ooh, you can see on the back how the color starts to sink through. It's because our paper is kind of thin. Now, if you get bubbles on your paper, I recommend you just let them kind of pop and fizz until they go away. Oh, I really like how that's looking. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more thing over here, and then I think I'm gonna be done. Now, I do recommend if you wanna grab a bunch of papers and make several different things, these make really great cards. You could fold your paper. Maybe we'll do that real quick while we're waiting for this one. Once I finish this one, here we go, one more time. All right, and I'm gonna put it on this side. You can kind of pick as the artist where you want these to go. Oh, look at that. Okay, I like it. All right, I'm gonna let that sit in the sun. Okay, so my papers are finished. Like I said, this is kind of a interesting technique, and you would think it might be easy to blow bubbles, but sometimes when it dries, definitely the thing that we want to keep in mind is we want to have enough food coloring in those bubbles to give you those vibrant colors. Unfortunately, I only had green, a lot of green left, so this is what I'm gonna end up with. But I think I'm going to transform it. So again, I'm showing you how artists can use texture in their art. And this will kind of end our texture unit. These kind of one that you'll probably see as my example as I finish it. I can't wait to see yours. If you don't wanna add anything to it and you just wanna keep yours bubbles, that is fine. I just want you to have fun and try something new and see, a different way to put texture on your artwork.